Have you ever wondered if cats actually know how to apologize to humans? Most people assume they don't. They think cats are stubborn, independent, and completely unaware when they've upset their owner. But the truth is very different. Cats do apologize. The problem is, they don't do it the way humans expect. Their apologies are subtle, quiet, and easy to miss. And if you don't recognize those signals, or worse, punish them when they're trying to repair the bond, you might unknowingly reject the only way your cat knows how to say, "I'm sorry." Let's start with the first signal. And it's one that happens right in front of your eyes. 1. The slow blink. Have you ever noticed your cat staring at you after doing something wrong, and then slowly closing their eyes? Most cat owners know that slow blinking is a sign of trust, but very few people realize what that moment actually represents. When tension appears, maybe you raised your voice or showed frustration, your cat's brain immediately detects the emotional shift. Inside their brain, a region responsible for detecting threats becomes active. At that moment, your cat has two natural instincts: run away or freeze. But sometimes they choose a third option. They stay, look directly at you, and slowly close their eyes. Think about what that means for a moment. For a predator animal like a cat, closing their eyes in front of something that might be a threat is a huge act of vulnerability. They are temporarily removing their ability to watch danger, which means that slow blink is not random. It's a deliberate signal saying, "I trust you. I'm not here to fight." Scientific research has even shown that when humans respond with a slow blink back, cats tend to relax more and approach their owners more willingly. In other words, your response actually changes how safe your cat feels in that moment. If the signal is returned, the tension fades. But if the signal is ignored repeatedly, some cats eventually stop offering it. They don't argue. They don't complain. They simply become quiet. And that silence often means they stop trying to repair the moment. 2. The unexpected headbutt. Now let's talk about something many cat owners experience but rarely question. You're sitting on the couch. Maybe you're still slightly annoyed at your cat, and suddenly they walk up and press their head against your hand or face. Most people think it's just affection, and sometimes it is, but when it happens shortly after a tense moment, the meaning can be deeper. Cats have scent glands around their forehead, cheeks, and chin. When they push their head into you, they release tiny scent markers called pheromones. This behavior is known as bunting. Through bunting, cats mark people or objects as safe and familiar. But after tension, it can serve another purpose. When emotions change, your body language, tone, and even scent can shift slightly. Cats are extremely sensitive to these changes. So when they headbutt you after conflict, they may be doing something simple but powerful. They are re-marking the bond. It's their way of saying, "This connection still exists." It's not just affection, it's reassurance. 3. Leaving a toy near you. Here's another behavior many owners misunderstand. You walk into the room and suddenly notice something next to you. A toy. Maybe the one your cat carries around the most. Many people assume the cat just wants to play, but sometimes the context tells a different story. In animal social behavior, certain species offer objects after tension as a gesture to rebuild connection. Cats don't fetch the way dogs do. They don't usually bring items for approval. So when a cat places something they value near you, especially after a tense interaction, it may be a quiet offering. From their perspective, that toy is something important. It's something that comforts them, and placing it beside you can be their way of sharing that comfort. Not because they expect something back, but because they want the relationship to feel normal again. 4. Grooming you. Have you ever had your cat suddenly start licking your hands or fingers? Sometimes even your face. Many owners think it's just one of those strange cat habits, but grooming plays a very important role in cat social groups. In colonies, cats often groom individuals they feel closely bonded with. It's not only about cleaning fur, it's about maintaining relationships. Mutual grooming helps reduce stress and strengthen social bonds. So when your cat begins licking your hand after tension, it may be part of the same instinct. They're engaging in a calming social behavior that helps restore balance in their environment. And interestingly, grooming behaviors can actually help animals relax physiologically as well. In other words, by grooming you, your cat may be calming both of you at the same time. 5. Rolling over and showing the belly. This next signal might be the most misunderstood of all. You scold your cat, and suddenly they flop onto their back, exposing their belly. Many people assume this means the cat wants belly rubs. But that's not always true. A cat's belly is one of the most vulnerable parts of their body. It protects vital organs. In the wild, exposing that area carelessly could be dangerous. So when a cat rolls over during a tense moment, it often represents something else entirely. It's a display of vulnerability, a way of showing that they are not a threat. However, this is where many misunderstandings happen. Owners see the belly reach down to touch it, and the cat suddenly scratches or bites. The owner thinks the cat was being aggressive. But from the cat's perspective, something different happened. They showed vulnerability, not an invitation to be grabbed. Sometimes the best response is simply to stay calm and allow the moment to pass naturally. 6. Quietly staying near you. And finally, there's one apology signal that looks surprisingly human. After a tense moment, your cat may start following you from room to room, but they don't meow. They don't demand attention. They simply stay nearby, watching quietly. Cats are naturally independent animals. When they truly want space, they take it. They disappear. So when a cat chooses to remain close during emotional tension, it can be a meaningful decision. Instead of forcing interaction, they maintain distance while still staying present. In animal behavior research, similar patterns appear in many social species after conflict. The individuals reduce distance but avoid direct confrontation. It's a silent way of rebuilding comfort. And if you think about it, humans do something very similar. After an argument, sometimes people don't immediately talk. They just stay in the same room, making coffee, sitting quietly, waiting for things to feel normal again. Your cat may be doing the exact same thing. And the fact that an animal capable of complete independence chooses to stay near you, even in silence, says more about your bond than words ever could.